Hey, Frog Prince Rana here, and thank you for dropping by. I'm back from my hiatus, and damn it, well, it's not like my videos are monetized, and I'm not planning to go back to Hong Kong or China. So I can start with why should we care? Well, one reason is to remember and stop the rewriting of history, for democracy, for the lives lost. Well, as I'm already knee-deep, let me dig myself a deeper hole. Taiwan is a country, and China's 9-dash line is bullshit. Oh, and free Tibet! There, I feel better. Who should not care? Well, all the industries and celebrities who kowtows to CCP for the sweet money. Who cares about the genocide that is happening right now? Let's turn a blind eye and pretend everything is okay.
你好，中国，这是礁西呢。我必须说，现在，在速度与激情中，我做很多采访，很多，所以在一个采访，我有一个错误，所有人问我，如果我可以用中文，速度与激情中人给我很多资讯 information。所以很多采访，很多 information， 我有一个错误，我必须说，现在就是很重要。我爱更尊重中国，更中国人。我很抱歉对我的错误，对不起，我很抱歉。你必须了解，我。很爱，很尊重中国跟中国人，不好意思，再见。
Now please continue with this video at your own peril. You have been warned. In a sense, it's not surprising that many people do not know about Tiananmen Square Massacre. It did happen all the way back in the dark ages of 1989. Instead of rehashing the history, if you want to know more, I do have a video on that. A link should be on the right side of the screen and also in the description of this video. Fun fact, that content got taken down multiple times and I had to keep fighting to get it reinstated. Finally, it was a semi-victory as YouTube finally decided to age-gate it due to the violent images. Perish the thought if we teach our young about the atrocity committed by China. But Nazis are fair game and Holocaust videos are fine. It makes you wonder how far we are willing to bend down for the almighty CCP. If you also want to know about the Uyghur genocide, there is another video I have that you might like. Okay, after my rant, let's talk about what's new. I was in Hong Kong a couple of years ago for only 2 days. The first day was spent scoring drugs, basically meaning walking around Kowloon. For the next day, I had 3 options, either visiting Tian'ānmén Buddha, Bruce Lee statue, or Pillar of Shame at the University of Hong Kong. Finally, I went to the Buddha, and in hindsight, I really should have gone to the university, as the Pillar of Shame no longer exists. It was removed last week. The Pillar of Shame depicts dozens of torn and twisted bodies and was at the forefront of vigils held in the city to commemorate the 1989 crackdown, where hundreds, possibly thousands of pro-democracy protesters killed by Chinese authority. The statue, by Danish sculptor Jens Galschiøt, has been on display at the university campus for 24 years. It was one of the few remaining public memorials in Hong Kong commemorating the incident. Its removal comes as Beijing has increasingly been cracking down on political dissent in Hong Kong. The city used to be one of few places in China that allowed public commemoration of the Tiananmen Square protest, a highly sensitive topic in the country. The university had initially ordered the removal of the statue in October. The decision on the aged statue was based on external legal advice and risk assessment for the best interest of the university, it said in a statement last week. The university is also very concerned about the potential safety issue resulting from the fragile statue. The Chinese authorities have previously cited safety or public health concerns as reasons for preventing events such as vigils taking place on the anniversary of the Tiananmen Square Massacre. The first sign the statue was being taken down came late on Wednesday, when university officials fenced off the area with plastic sheeting. Construction workers worked overnight behind plastic barriers to dismantle the 8-meter or 25-feet copper statue. Security guards blocked reporters from approaching and tried to stop them from filming. The university said it would put the statue, which has been on display at the university campus for 24 years, into storage. Galschuet called the removal really brutal and that he would consider suing the authorities and demand compensation. This is a sculpture about dead people and to remember the dead people in Beijing in '89. So when you destroy that in this way, then it's like going to a graveyard and destroying all the gravestones, he told the BBC's NewsHour program.
I will ask, and if they don't give me the sculpture, I will sue them because they have destroyed artists' property in Hong Kong. They have kept it for 25 years, and now they destroy it. Of course, they must give it to me, even in pieces. So I want to take it back to Denmark and put it together and make an exhibition.
A student leader who survived the Tiananmen crackdown and is now living in the US, Wang Dan, strongly condemned the move and accused the Chinese Communist Party to trying to cover up their crimes. The Hong Kong government had used this despicable act in an attempt to erase this blood-stained chapter of history, he wrote on Twitter. The statue was one of few remaining prominent public memorials of the crackdown and a reminder of Hong Kong's freer past, Dr. Yan Chang, associate professor at the National University of Singapore, told the BBC. Its removal takes away yet another public focal point for commemorating of the massacre and appears to signal that the Hong Kong and Beijing governments will no longer tolerate public displays of remembrance of events surrounding 4th of June. The statue's removal comes at the heel of a poorly attended Hong Kong parliamentary election that saw pro-Beijing candidates sweep into power, the timing of which Dr. Chung termed symbolic. Beijing also introduced a strict national security law last year that criminalizes secessions, subversions, terrorism, and collusion with foreign forces. Activists say the law is being used to suppress civil society, jail democracy campaigners, and curb basic freedoms. 2 more Hong Kong universities have followed suit, taking down monuments commemorating the Tiananmen Square Massacre. The Chinese University of Hong Kong, CUHK, tore down a Goddess of Democracy statue, while Lingnan University removed a relief sculpture. The Goddess of Democracy statue was modeled after the original statue erected by Chinese students in 1989 and paraded in Tiananmen Square just before the massacre. CHUK did not directly confirm the statue's removal, saying that an unauthorized statue had been taken away. The university never authorized the display of the statue on its campus, and no organization has claimed responsibility for its maintenance and management, CUHK said. Lingnan University said it has also recently reviewed and assessed items on campus that may pose legal and safety risk and had removed these in the best interest of the university. In 2020, Hong Kong authorities banned the annual vigil commemorating Tiananmen for the first time in 30 years, citing COVID restrictions, though activists have accused local officials of bowing to pressure from Beijing to muzzle pro-democracy expression. In October, 9 pro-democracy Hong Kong activists were sentenced to between 6 and 10 months in prison for taking part in the vigil. Earlier this month, media tycoon Jimmy Lai also received 13 months in prison for participating in the same vigil. Trust me when I say, this is not the last time we will hear about such incidents. UK is not too far behind with some draconian laws being placed, but that is a topic for another day. There is no happy ending. Maybe we can all raise awareness in our own ways and make sure that history is not forgotten or even worse, rewritten, regardless where it happens. Well, that's all for this video. Drop a like if you found this content interesting and worthwhile. If you want to be super awesome, please consider subscribing and so on. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated and helps with YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for watching. Wherever you are, have a safe day. Signing off.